Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week you've got the High Priestess in your March reading, and I'm throwing all the cards all over the place, which is always great. This week you've got the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is your intuition. It is all of those things. As an experience or an event, it tends to be something that is foretold or something that is portended. And the feeling that I get from this week, this is about your intuition proving right. There's going to be something that takes place for you this week, Libra, that's kind of, it will see you going, wow, you know what, I kind of knew that was going to happen, or I expected that to happen. I already talked about the High Priestess in one of the other signs videos, but just to give you a quick rundown, yes, it's your intuition, it's all of those things, but your intuition speaks to you in different ways. It's different for everybody. You know, that no two, let's say you're clairaudient, no two clairaudients hear the same voice. They may hear, you know, they may hear their messages, and that's the thing that they have in common, but nobody's intuition works the same as another person's. It's unique to everybody because it's a part of you that is instinctual, that is connected to your thread of what is connected to the mysteries, right? Or the all, as I call it. So just think about that, you know, really take a moment to ponder that this week. With your High Priestess though, I really, because it's also hidden things revealed, right? So this is something that is going to be revealed to you, maybe a secret, maybe something that somebody shares with you. This is where your intuition, whatever it is that you have felt, whatever it is that you knew without knowing how you knew, this week you're going to have it validated. So look out for that. For your actions and your path ahead this week, you have the Ace of Swords, right? So definitely, right, when it comes to decisions, when it comes to how to move forward, this is actually you making that step. So your Ace of Swords is a swift decision, right? It's something where you're utilizing all of your skills or certainly all of your mental capacity to make a specific decision. You are at a point now, Libra, where whatever it is that you've been working on, waiting for, whatever it is that you're waiting to move ahead with, this is the week where it looks like you're kind of laying down some sort of final point. And because this comes off you know, out of that sort of High Priestess energy, this really feels for me like this week you're going to get the piece of the puzzle that you might have felt like you were missing. And because you have that piece of the puzzle that you felt like you were missing, this is where you make the decision. It's like, right, okay, now I know that, now that I know it 100%, now that it's sure. Because this Ace of Swords looks like it's backing up, like whatever you feel, whatever you've intuited, whatever you have picked up psychically, it's going to be backed up with facts this week. And once you have that, this is where you will, this week you'll say to yourself, right, now that I have that information that I was waiting for, I'm at liberty to move forward with this. So it kind of brings you what you need in some way, which is great. For your communications and conversations, you have the Three of Swords. It does look like this week there is going to be some sort of separation. This could be an argument. It could be as well, it doesn't have to be an argument, but it could be. Now, the other thing that you want to consider with your Three of Swords as well, because it is in the communications and conversation sector, it may be that you and a friend or somebody that you're connected with, maybe a colleague or a peer, these are swords after all, so this could be somebody that you know in a professional sense. Maybe this week you're parting ways. It might be that you have to agree to disagree. Now check this out, you've got the Ace of Swords there, that brings you 1, the Three of Swords here, this gives you 4 in total. This week my advice to you would be take a moment to step back from how you feel and just examine things as they are. And the reason I say that is because with your you know, when you combine these two cards and it gives you the Four of Swords, that's about rest and recuperation. It may be that you're a bit wearied from having to wait for something so long. I don't know why, I just get this real sense that you've been, it's almost like there's something you've been anticipating, and it's kind of like, you know, when you're waiting for something, you brace for it, and when you brace for it, you use so much energy in that bracing sort of, once you get a moment to relax and sort of recoup or regroup even, you then realize that you're actually exhausted. So this week, just consider how you feel before you make any sort of big decisions or rash moves. But yeah, with your Three of Swords, it does look like you're having a conversation about moving away from someone or something in your life, or maybe dropping some sort of connection. For your money and materials, you have the Queen of Cups. So interesting, money could come from a woman this week. It's usually a water sign woman, so this would be a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. This could be somebody that's very beneficial for you, but it could just as easily see you removing your own money, funding, support from something or someone that you no longer feel responsible for, which is really intriguing to me. I kind of get that there's something that you might have been fronting the cash for. Maybe you tried to help somebody, or you know, maybe offered some sort of support or something of that nature. This week it looks like you're kind of saying, you know what, I'm not in a position to do that at the moment. I've got too much that I need to focus on in my own personal here and now. So there is that. I mean, as well, sometimes if you've been assuming responsibility for somebody financially and then you kind of say, look, I can't do it anymore, even if they know that at some point that was going to come, it creates a little bit of tension. So just consider that this week. Now, when it comes to your personal money and materials and what you need, that's the question that you're asking yourself this week. And it may very well be that something prompts you to do the whole self-care thing this week, whatever that actually looks like to you. For your love and relations, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So women will feature heavily for you this week. You've got the High Priestess, you've got the Queen of Cups, and now you've got the Queen of Pentacles. For those of you that are single, this, I mean, it does look like there's somebody on the horizon for you. Now, what I will say is I kind of feel like this week what's going to be really painfully obvious to you are the differences. And because this falls right underneath that Three of Swords, it does look like a lot of you, for those of you that are single, maybe newly seeing someone, or there's someone in the picture or on the scene, it does look like this week you might be sort of saying or coming to the realization that actually, you know what, we're not really as compatible as I would like, and I don't feel like, it's kind of like, and not to be callous, but it's kind of like you're saying, you know what, I don't really have much more time to invest in this because I don't really see it going anywhere. For those of you that are partnered, this is you and your partner really looking at the budget, looking at the finances, looking at what we need, you know, what is important to us, where are we, you know, how do we get the most out of what we have, how do we start to create the kind of, you know, the kind of resources, money, finances that we need. Now, because it is a Queen of Pentacles as well, it does look like this week may be a bit of a squeeze for those of you that are coupled. So it might be that you're having to pull money out of something that you said that you were going to do. And it's not about going back on your word. It's just about acknowledging what is actually possible for you. All right, so with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.